Okay, here we go. Jellyfish, have the t-shirt now. So this is a new mistake. It's in the key of B major and is in 6/8 time. So it starts with a B major chord. So it's on the 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, and then 4th fret on the G string. So it's okay. It's going from B major to B major 7. So just on the G string, you're taking your finger from the 4th fret to the 3rd fret. So it's that's pretty much the verse progression. So it's starting open and spotlights the gentleman, signing his love letters, best wishes, simpletons. This time it changes. It goes to E to F sharp. So it's, if you know the cage position, it's a C position E. So it's altogether that's curtain open and spotlight the gentleman, signing his love letters, best wishes, simpletons, dialogue, swam from his pen like pollywogs. So E, F sharp. And then the next part is F sharp, G sharp minor, and then an A diminished 7th. So it's altogether. So that's pretty much the verse progression. So you can rewind this and play along to it. So it's yeah, and then there's a little variation at the end of that. So that's the first time round. The second time round, he doesn't go up the scale from the F sharp. He adds a G diminished 7th. So it's, that's when he's leading into what you call the pre-chorus or the Supertramp piano part. So he's playing an F sharp chord, and then on the D string, you're just taking your finger and putting it to the 5th fret. So. And then it leads into the You Better Catch Me When I Fall. So to play that on the guitar, he's playing a G sharp minor. So at the 8th fret on the G string, and the B string on the 9th fret, and the E string on the 7th fret. So it's okay. So G sharp minor. Then you're going to be playing a F sharp chord, which would be the 6th fret of the G string, 7th fret of the B string, and the 6th fret of the E string. So, and then what would be the equivalent of a C sharp 7 sus4, you could call it. So that would be the 4th fret on the G string, the 7th fret on the B string, and the 4th fret on the E string. So all together. And then you're just changing on the B string, you're going from the 7th fret to the 6th fret. So if you're playing that on piano, it would be G sharp minor, F sharp, C sharp 7 sus4 to C sharp 7, which is that. Then you're just taking the same shapes and moving them up 1 fret. So it'd be the equivalent of a D sharp 7 sus4 to a D sharp 7. So all together. And then the piano does that B A sharp to G sharp. Then it goes back in again. G sharp, and this time you're going to go for a G augmented. So you're moving this down, you're just moving one note, your pinky is going down from the 9th fret on the B string to the 8th fret on the B string. So, okay, it's just a descending line. You get that in jazz a lot. Okay, and then you're going down to a B. So it's 8th fret on the G, 7th fret on the B, and then 7th fret on the E. So and then it's going to be a a C sharp 7 chord. So that's going to be 6 on the G, 6 on the B, 7 on the E. So, and then you're just taking the verse progression, the E to the F sharp. So altogether, that pre-chorus part, we'll call it. Down, down, boom. And the second verse, the same again. There's some little fills on the piano if you want to play them. Intermission gave way to a miracle. The piano is going. He's just playing a high octave of a B chord, like a B chord that you play down here. He's playing it up here at the 14th and 16th fret. You know, intermission gave way to him. That's all he's playing. And then you'll hear the other part is that next part. Anyone who's familiar with the song knows what I'm talking about. So it's the 11th fret on the E string, 11, 9, 7, and then on the B string, 11, 9, 7. So. Then going into the solo, so it's intermission gave way to a miracle, a birth of an accident grew to a spectacle that couldn't wait. And then it goes to an A sharp minor 7, leading into the solo. That's when it changes to the parallel minor. It goes to B minor for the solo. So A sharp minor 7, which that is the 6th fret on the E string, the 8th fret on the A string, and then you're just barring all of the 6th fret. So for the solo, the harmony underneath the solo is basically the same as the verse, just in D. So you're starting on a D, D major 7, then you're going G, A, G, and you're taking the same thing that you were playing in B, just moving it to A. So it's A, B minor, and then it's C sharp diminished 7th. So A we know, B minor we know, but this one is on the 11th fret on the D string, then on the 9th fret on the G string, and then on the 8th fret on the B string. So all together. Whoa! There we go. And then the second time it's just hang on the A. So da 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 da. Then it goes back into the part we've already gone over, the G sharp minor. So then you get the, I think you can figure out the solo. Something like that. So then the ending turned tragic many years later. So that just is a B to a B major 7 to a B 7. So again, it's just a descending line. So on the G string, you're going from 4, 3, 2. The ending turned tragic when many years later the baby had grown up and married a pop. E major, E minor, B, C sharp 7. So the ending turned tragic when many years later the baby had grown up and married a pop. And then the outro part, Any Old Time at All, he's just playing, if you want to play what the keyboard is playing, he's playing an E chord up here on the 9th fret. So on the G string at the 9th, the B string at the 9th, and then the E string on the 7th. So he's playing E, then he's playing G sharp minor. So you're just taking, on the G string, you're moving your finger from the 9th to the 8th. So, and then he's playing an F sharp chord, which is the one we went over already. So, any old time at all. Now if you want to play that on the guitar, you could play it an octave down, you could play an E in the C position. Any old time at all. Any old way that I fall. That's pretty much it. Yeah, if you have any feedback or comments, let me know. And if I've made any mistakes, I'm sure you'll let me know. Cheers.